Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. You're wondering, where's the prediction video? You said you were going to have one today about the game for this Sunday night against the LA Rams. I don't know, just want to hold it off again for another time, probably tomorrow. It's just been a weird year for the 49ers in general. They haven't been that good. They've been kind of depressing me, especially this year. I mean, the past couple of years when they were not good, like in 2017, 2018, the first year or two with Kyle, it was kind of understandable because they knew they were in rebuild mode. But, I mean, to have expectations from 2019 to now and not doing really well, getting blown out by the Dolphins of all places on Sunday, that just makes me want to change some stuff for this upcoming season with everything going on around the world. 49ers not having training camp, anything like that, really hurts them a lot. Injuries, I mean, I could talk about that all day, but I won't. I'm going to be talking about the top three players that they are sorely missing from 2019 to 2020 this year. These are players that are no longer with us on the team, so guys like Nick Bosa, D4 that are injured, that are gone for a long time, they will not be on this list. These are just players that are on the team or not playing football anymore. This is a comprehensive list, I would say. I mean, I could mention like 10 players on this list from last year, but just going to be mentioning the top three players. Before I get the video started, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers, top three players that they missed from 2019 to 2020. Number three for me is definitely going to be defensive tackle DeForest Buckner. Kinlaw, for me, I think he's doing a great job so far in San Francisco, considering the fact that he had nothing to really work on besides virtual workouts, whatever they called it on the webcam. He didn't have actual training or whatever, OTAs, minicamp, all that stuff to prepare rookies to make that transition from college to the NFL. He just got strung in week 1, week 2, 3, 4, 5 to playing football. So far, I think he's done a great job. Still a raw talent, but I believe he's going to have a bright future in the NFL. But definitely this year in 2020, they are missing DeForest Buckner. You see what he's doing right now in Indianapolis. They are one of the top defenses in the NFL. Is that a coincidence that Buckner's on that team? He made that team better? Not at all. He is just that good of a player. Unfortunately, San Francisco, I don't blame him at all for having to let him go because they had to decide between him or two players with Eric Armstead, George Kittle. They decided to go with two extra players. To be fair, not too bad. I mean, Kittle, he's in and out. I mean, he's been injured. I mean, this has just been a weird campaign so far, but hopefully he does live up to that contract. Eric Armstead, he hasn't been too bad, but he has been bad with mobile quarterbacks, and a lot of people are citing him as the big reason why we're struggling against mobile quarterbacks, why we can't get them at all, like Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, anything like that this year in particular, and even last year. But Buckner, being able to solidify that defensive line, that would have been great for us definitely in 2020. It's too early to tell, but looking at the first couple of weeks in the NFL, Buckner's killing it right now in Indianapolis. Kinlaw is still trying to get his feet wet. This is a little bit unfair to judge, but I don't know. I feel like they're missing something on the interior line. This is what I'm really predicting that Robert Saleh needs definitely is DeForest Buckner. But you know what? Too early to tell, but I think this is a big reason why the 49ers D-line is sort of struggling right now in 2020. Number two for me is definitely going to be wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders. That's pretty high up on the list for a guy that's aging a little bit in terms of playing in the NFL. He's about 32, 33 years old, but still, I mean, his impact from 2019 is pretty impactful, I would say. I don't know how to word that correctly. When he got traded from the Denver Broncos to us, he instantly gave credibility to the wide receiver position. He was a great contributor for us. He had some great campaigns, great games for us. Games against the New Orleans Saints, which ironically he's playing for them this year. Games against the LA Rams week 16 when he had that awesome catch over Jalen Ramsey and Taylor Rapp. That was awesome as well. To lose him definitely to the Saints, of NFC West rival, that is really painful right there. I know a lot of the players were probably not happy when he decided to walk away because the 49ers didn't want to pay a little bit of extra money to keep him. I was a big proponent of keeping him. I really thought he was going to stay in San Francisco, but the 49ers didn't want to play ball. And look at it. He's doing not too bad in New Orleans, but not even the on-the-field production is the reason why we miss him. It's definitely the leadership. You saw Mohamed Sanu being a good mentor to Brandon Ayuk for the very limited time that they have, and he was pretty upset that Sanu is not with us anymore. It's just disappointing. I wish he was still on this team. Being gone, that is a big loss in my opinion, and I know Debo and probably Ayuk could definitely use him even more in terms of leadership and just mentorship. To lose an on-the-field production guy, a veteran guy, that also hurts as well. Jimmy G, CJ Beathard, Nick Mullins, whoever the quarterback is, could definitely use him in 2020. It's been hurtful so far. The wide receiving core, they're trying to still get their feet wet a little bit. I mean, Debo just came back from an injury. Brandon Ayuk's a rookie. The other guys, they're trying to get their feet wet, like Kendrick Bourne and all that, but I know they're missing him big time in 2020, and I think this was a bigger loss than the 49ers anticipated. I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, to lose a caliber player like him, a Pro Bowler guy, Super Bowl champion, it's pretty disappointing as well. It's a bigger loss than people think, but I'm still going to stand by that he was a big loss for the 49ers in 2020, and they miss him dearly. Number one for me, the biggest player that they definitely miss in the 2020 season is going to the offensive line, going to our man Joe Staley due to retirement. I don't know why I'm putting him at number one, because he was hurt a little bit. He was hurt quite a bit. He didn't want to play football as much anymore, just all the pain and stuff. But I know they really miss him in 2020 because Trent Williams, so far, he was supposed to be the guy to make that very easy transition from a Pro Bowler to another Pro Bowler, a guy who was out for like the last year due to a contract dispute and everything like that with the Washington team. So far, it's not really working out. Some people think he's doing an okay job. I did at first, he was getting his feet wet, but right now, oh man, it's been not a really good time for him in San Francisco so far. There's just something missing on that offensive line. I don't know if it's the combination that they're running right now in terms of personnel, but I really think they miss Joe Staley big time. It's his leadership, like Emmanuel Sanders, to have that guy to play not too bad considering that he's been up there in age. I think he's like 36 to 37 as of this video. To miss this guy, I think Mike McGlinchey, Daniel Brunskill, Ben Garland, those guys, they gravitate towards him, and he's a leadership guy. They played really well in 2019, even when Joe Staley wasn't at his best. I mean, he had the struggling game against the Seahawks when he came back on Monday Night Football, but they almost rallied to win that game. Staley was just coming back from an injury, also McGlinchey as well, but to play well for the most of the campaign in 2019 because of Staley on that offensive line, it was very stabilized. They did a great job. They rallied together, but this year in 2020, it looks more dysfunctional. Just something's off about the offensive line. They're not playing well, but just, I don't know, doesn't really feel like an offensive line that you usually know with the 49ers. Losing Joe Staley is a big loss right there. That's just me right there. It's nothing too crazy, but I mean, I think this is the biggest loss for the 49ers in terms of player in 2020. We're seeing it right now. I was not expecting this to be a big loss because I thought Williams was going to be that dominant all-pro lineman that we all know that he was in Washington, but just not working out right now. And hopefully Williams is getting motivated by all the hate that he should be getting right now by everybody in San Francisco. Hopefully he gets a fire under his head and he plays really well against the Rams this Sunday. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know which players that the 49ers do miss in 2020. I'd like to read this in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help you out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow on a Thursday when I do my prediction video finally. I'll see y'all. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.